Can you see her? Man the cannons!
Alright guys, today we're talking about Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Say that 3 times fast. Ubisoft's full ground up remake of one of the most beloved pirate games ever made. I just finished it on PS5 Pro and I've got to say, this thing is an absolute treat. Is it perfect? No. Is it still one of the best ways to spend 40 to 50 hours sailing the high seas in 2026? Absolutely. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 and here's exactly why. For anyone who somehow missed it, Black Flag Resynced is a complete rebuild of the 2013 classic using the latest edition of the Anvil engine, new lighting, new water, improved parkour and combat systems, a handful of new story beats, 3 new recruitable officers, and a whole lot of polish. It's not a simple remaster. This is Black Flag reborn for current gen hardware, and after living in the Caribbean for the better part of about 2 weeks, yeah, it mostly works. Let's start with the man himself, Edward Kenway. I loved him in the original and I still love him here. He's charismatic, selfish, funny, and slowly grows into something more without ever losing the pirate swagger. Matt Ryan's performance holds up incredibly well, and new facial animations and lighting makes every smirk and eye roll hit harder. You actually feel like you're hanging out with this charming bastard the entire time. He's easily one of the best protagonists Ubisoft has ever written, and Resynced doesn't mess that up. Visually, the game looks amazing. On PS5 Pro, that's where I played it. The ray trace lighting, the water, the volumetric clouds is just next level. Sailing into a storm at dusk and watching lightning illuminate the waves while your crew sings a shanty is pure magic. Jungles feel alive, the cities have proper depth, and Edward's outfits actually look like real fabric now instead of just plastic. There were multiple moments where I just stopped playing and stared at the screen. This is easily one of the best looking open world games I played this generation. But the real reason why we're all here is the naval combat, and holy hell, it still rules. Sailing Jackdaw feels better than ever. The physics, the wind, the way the ship responds, it's incredibly satisfying. Ramming a frigate, chain-shotting shots into the broadside of a ship, then boarding it and cutting through the crew, that loop is still pure dopamine. They enhanced a few systems and introduced new officer abilities that offer perks during naval battles, really helping you survive the open seas. Naval combat remains the absolute highlight of this entire game, and Resynced makes sure you never forget that. Outside of the main story and the big ship battles, there's still a ton of fun stuff to do. Treasure maps, underwater shipwrecks, Mayan steals, assassin contracts, naval contracts, collecting sea shanties. The side content is packed and genuinely enjoyable. It never felt like I was just ticking boxes or just the screen was loaded with bloat. There are also many cool outfits to unlock, from classic pirate looks to more assassin inspired gear, and everything looks fantastic with the new material and lighting. I spent way too much time just changing clothes. The supporting cast is also excellent. Blackbeard, Mary Reed, Adewale, Steve Bonnet. They also have that perfect chemistry with Edward. And the new officers add some fresh personality to the Jackdaw too. The whole crew feels alive. Okay, so now for some stuff that kept it from my perfect score. First, performance. On PS5 Pro, it crashed on me twice. Not a deal breaker, but still annoying when it happens. Hopefully a patch cleans that up. Second, the controls are still a little wonky. Climbing in particular, there are way too many times I want Edward to go to one direction and just randomly leap to another direction. It's better than the 2013 version, but that classic Assassin's Creed parkour jack is still alive and well. Third, boarding ships eventually got repetitive. Early on, it's super fun, but by mid to late game, I was just sinking everything with heavy shots because I didn't want to do the same boarding animation for the 20th time that hour. And finally, the story it's just fine. It's okay. Edward's personal arc is still strong. The Pirate Republic stuff is cool, and the new scenes add nice additions. But overall, it never reached the emotional highs of some of the other Assassin's Creed games. It's entertaining, but I wouldn't call it great. Even with those issues, the good far outweighs the bad. This is still the definitive way to experience Edward Kenway's story. If you never played the original, this is a fantastic entry point. And if you did play the original, the visual upgrade alone is worth it for the price of admission, and the gameplay tweaks make it feel fresh enough. I put 45 hours into it and genuinely had a great time playing. There's something magical about just sailing around with no objective, listening to the sea shanties, and watching the sunset over the Caribbean. Few games capture that feeling of pure freedom the way Black Flag does, and Resynced preserves that feeling while making everything prettier and smoother. So final score, I'm giving Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced a 9 out of 10. It's a stunning, highly enjoyable remake of a classic that still delivers some of the best naval combat and open world vibes in gaming. Minor technical hiccups, an occasional controller frustration, and a story that's just okay. If you love pirates, open worlds, or just want one of the most beautiful games of 2026, set sail. You won't regret it. That's it for this review. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, subscribe if you're new here, and let me know in the comments, are you picking it up or skipping it? I've got more reviews and gameplay coming soon, so smash that notification bell. Until next time, raise that black flag, and I'll see you on the high seas. Peace, guys. Bye.
Fucking pirates!